back a little bit. All still getting there. I can see 1, 2. The deep one from the last well. She's looking down. Think about it.
G'day punters, welcome to the MacBet Early Move. Each week we're going to preview the feature meeting on a Saturday. Joining me is professional punter John Mcleod. John, how you going? You've been out at Beaudesert this week and Ipswich on track.
Yeah, it was a bit of a test yesterday. We got away with something, but it was a bit of a hard slog there most of the day. It was sort of up and down like a yo-yo, and just a track that you've got to find the fence there. That's just a big advantage in doing that. So we've got that from, when it's wet, you've got to come down the middle of the track, but when it's dry, you just have to find that fence. It's just a tight turning track.
Interesting course there, Beaudesert. I'm definitely keen to get out there one day. Hopefully not too hot out there in the ring either.
It's a good place to have if you went there with a few mates sort of thing on the drink, it wouldn't be too bad, but you've got to get home. That's the problem. You might be a little minibus with about 12 blokes.
Or find somewhere to camp even if you're that keen.
Out
there. Yeah, that's it. So there's no racing here in Brisbane this weekend. We've got Sunshine Coast and Gold Coast. The feature race over the sunny coast is the Sky Racing Mooloolaba Cup over 1,600 metres. What'd you make of this race, John?
It's a pretty good race. Sort of come up with Ballistic Boy just because it's an up-and-coming type of horse. And I know he had to go back from the gate the other day, or, there was a lot of speed in the race and he was going to be suited by going back with all the speed and running on. And he did that. But geez, he looked he's come back a nice horse in the yard. He looked really well. So I think he's going to take good improvement out of that last race and be hard to beat, I think. He's found a nice race, this one.
All right, I've got his last start here, John. Ballistic Boy is obviously out the back there in the Anderson colours. What did you make of this run?
Well, it was a nice run. That first part of the race, they didn't go that fast, but they started to speed up probably around, round about, not yet. It's probably a little bit further on they started to go, but when about here, as you can see, Ballistic Boy, he didn't really shirk the task at this time. He's still closing on the leaders. So, when they were sprinting, he was sort of not dropping the bitter end, and he was getting into the race. So I just like that. That's showing a good quality of horse when they can do that. And this distance wasn't suitable, especially Doomben wasn't suitable.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hitting the line hard over a mile at the Sunshine Coast.
Pretty impressive run, definitely. We've seen him do this a bit though, flash on into second, or he's out bowling along out in front, and he sort of just skies the flag a bit. Or skies the towel. Sorry. What do you think? Has he got over that, or are we willing to forgive him? Sounds like we're willing to forgive.
Well, he's not a horse you can push out of the gates. He's not a horse that you want to get up on in the first 3 or 4 using him up, because he won't fight. And they've found that out, in a couple of races where we backed him. We thought he'd get him to a nice position, and he just didn't have the turn of foot, or he just didn't have the gun to go when he's used up early. When they sort of just ride him a little bit quiet, he finds the line. And in this race, he's got the good gate. There isn't a lot of speed in this race, so from that gate, he might be able to hold midfield on the fence, or maybe even a touch closer, without doing too much. And a lot of these horses are, they're not great horses. They're either old and had been going round and round, or a horse even like Nova, who is, he's a Stradbroke winner, but he's what did he win, a Stradbroke or run second? One of the two.
Very close second.
Well, he's been to Sydney and back and forward from distances, and now they've taken the blinkers off him. He hasn't had the really good preparation for this race, whereas Ballistic Boy's on his way up, and he gets 6.5 kilos off Nick and Over, so it's a big advantage.
And outside of Ballistic Boy, what do you think are the main dangers? What do you think your top 4 is roughly? I know it's a few days out, and naturally things are going to change between us putting this video up and how you're going to tip in the race. Normally be close, but if there's changes in conditions and prices, the 250 about Ballistic Boy seems to be okay at the moment. But yeah, outside of that, what do you think?
Well, I thought Reckless Choice went quite good in that same race as Ballistic Boy the other day. he looked fat in the yard, and he's going to improve. But he's probably going to be back in the second half of the field in a race where there's not a lot of speed on. So I still think he's probably second pick. I would love to be finding horses in the first 3 or 4 that I could save on, but I really think Tester Shadow's been an old sort of horse who go round and round, and Junction's going to be on the speed. He's not up to the class of Ballistic Boy, and Grey Missile's going to the mile, and that's a struggle. So those type of horses, I think they're very beatable. So the dangers seem like they're behind Ballistic Boy. So that's the advantage that he's got.
Yeah, right. Seem to be tipping him pretty strong at this point. Do you think it's a bet, or I'm not going to say anything just yet?
I think he's going to be a bet. It's just a matter of how big a bet he's going to be. The only little question mark I've got with him is second up. Does he lose that ping that he showed the other day? But his second up run last preparation, I think he sat 3 wide, and he may have won or just got beaten, and he fought on really well. So, second up doesn't seem to be a problem. And as I said, he's going to be in a lot better position than what he was the other day.
For sure, and you'd think the big sunny coast track's definitely going to help him.
Well, I would say that they're probably going to have to get away from the inside part, just even though it's dry and the weather's fine, just to be on the safe side, just get about 2 or 3 off, 3 off the fence. That's a safety factor, and it might be okay on the fence with all this dry weather, but I would prefer for him to come out, and that's a good chance he'll do that anyway, because the leaders will stay in there, and he'll try to come out and fan on the corner. So I think it should be perfect for him.
Fantastic. Well, that's the preview of race 8, the Sunshine Coast, guys, the Mooloolaba Cup. And you'll be heading to the Sunny Coast Saturday, John, doing some mounting yard stuff there, or haven't decided?
No, I'm not going to go up there this weekend because I'm just there's too much traffic and all that sort of stuff back and forth. So I'm going to stay home and do everything from here. I think I'll be back to my normal way of doing things. So
back in the comfort zone of the office.
Yes, I've seen enough of people out in the open now. I can come back and just sit on my Pat Malone.
That's right. Chip away there. You've got 5 times as many screens and no girls screaming in the background on their $1 each way bet.
Yesterday I think I sent out a message on the Twitter, or it was, and you said the wind was blowing a gale and you couldn't actually hear what I was saying, but it was something I probably should do every the start of the day, just go through and give an opinion on how this track's going to play and what's going to happen. So I'll probably do that every time I go to the track now. So stay tuned.
Unknown caller.
Yeah. Really good. All right. Well, that's all from us, guys, this week. Make sure you jump on our website. There's been a few changes there, and sign up to our email list. You'll get a notification as soon as this video is out each week. Typically be up on a Thursday night. We're a bit late this week, but apart from that, good luck, John, and hopefully we'll back a few winners this weekend.
We'll be trying our best. I know there's a few nice races there on Saturday, so hopefully we can get the cash.
Too good. All right. Thanks, John. Good luck, guys.